Welcome, happy Valentine's Day. This is our first ever Fans of Phoenix members only concert that won't be shown anywhere else. This is just for you. You'll hear some songs that we don't usually play anywhere else, and we are just so happy to present this to you, and thank you for becoming a fan of Phoenix on this page. So we're gonna, we've been in quarantine for a year almost. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
So let's, woo! Thanks
you.
for sticking it out with us, folks. Let's kick it off with a love song, because we do love songs for Valentine's Day, about the pandemic love.
Pandemic love. Pandemic fever. And you know it's the thing. Your feet begin to jump and you started to swing. You're on your way to be a true believer in that pandemic fever. You can wear t-shirts, faded old jeans, or spats, cravats, big diamond rings. It really don't matter when you cross the river, it's the fever. You know that it's catching when your doctor says that your temperature's on the rise. Love starts hatching, now the fever's grown to pandemic side. The moral of the story is undoubtedly this: the world turns around on a hug and a kiss. Find a special girl, never ever leave her, catch that pandemic fever. Just ain't no cure, no need to boil water on a nuclear cleaver. Just fire it up with that pandemic fever. Now you caught the rhythm and you know it's the thing. Your feet begin to jump and you're starting to swing. You're on your way to be a true believer in that fever. You know that it's catching when your doctor says your temperature's on the rise. Love starts hatching, now the fever's grown to pandemic size. The moral of the story is undoubtedly this: the world turns around on a hug and a kiss. Find a special girl, never ever leave her, catch that fever. Find a special girl, never ever leave her, catch that pandemic fever.
Best kind of fever to catch. How about a historical love song?
This is a historical and true.
And true, we should have got some
love
pictures
song.
out to share.
Oh, we should have. I have a whole trunk full of them in the basement.
So next time you stop by, we'll bore you to tears.
It's like those slideshows, but they're not slides because they're over 100-year-old pictures. It's the true story, the true love story of my grandparents. My Crosby grandparents. Arthur Crosby was a cowboy in western Colorado. And my grandmother rode a train out to Colorado, got a job on the ranch, and they met and fell in love. And I always thought Zane Grey could have written this story.
Aw.
But he didn't. It was a true story called Western Girl. Looking out the window of a train with a letter in her hand from some folks she'd never seen, watching as the cold Ohio rain promised springtime to land, the fingers of the trees just turning green. She was back east. He proposed, and the bunkhouse rang with cheers. And they thought that just perhaps they'd live happy ever after at the least. Far away in western Colorado, the Rocky Mountains are a different world. She didn't know that there would be a handsome cowboy. Didn't know that she'd soon be a western girl. They were married in September of 16, in a house where once she'd stayed. There were friends that she once knew. The Ohio hills, they seemed so green, so different from the gray of the Colorado sage they'd go back to. Far away in western Colorado, the Rocky Mountains are a different world. She didn't know that there would be a handsome cowboy. Didn't know that she'd soon be a western girl. Looking out the window of a train, with a ring on her hand and her cowboy by her side, watching as the Colorado plains rose to mountains from the land, the aspens and her new life as a bride. Far away in western Colorado, different world. She didn't know that there would be a handsome cowboy. Didn't know that she'd soon be a western girl. Didn't know that she'd soon be a western girl.
Get love better than that. You had to work for it back in those days.
You still have to work for it.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we are science fiction readers around our house. And sometimes you get an idea, you get ideas for songwriting from the strangest places.
It didn't seem strange at first.
At the time.
It was inspired by a Robert Heinlein short story about the end of the world. And
back to that pandemic fever.
Back to that pandemic fever. So when you think it's the end of the world, sometimes there's a love story that comes out of it. And the song I thought it was going to be, that song didn't want to be that song. It wanted to be a different song, which is this song about stolen kisses. Stolen kisses, I'm accomplice to the crime. Stolen kisses, it's the greatest heist of all time. Stolen kisses, I hope they don't catch me. If they do, they'll throw me in the jailhouse, toss away the key. There's a big padlock on your door, guard dog growling at me. I know where the valuable's safely stored, and I can crack any safe, yes sirree. There's electric fences around your heart, high security. Got my lockpick in my hand, and I'm bent on burning Well, it takes a thief to catch a thief. That's how I got caught by you. Grab the jewels, let's divvy the loot. Never leave a clue. I do my best work in the middle of the night. That's the kind of crook I am. I hear them sirens coming now. Let's take it on the lam. Stolen kisses, I'm accomplice to the crime. Stolen kisses, it's the greatest heist of all time. Stolen kisses, I hope they don't catch me. If they do, they'll throw me in the jailhouse, toss away the key.
Play it, Joe.
Stolen kisses, I'm accomplice to the crime. Stolen kisses, it's the greatest heist of all time. Stolen kisses, I hope they don't catch me. If they do, they'll throw me in the jailhouse, toss away the key. If they do, they'll throw us in the jailhouse, toss away the key.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of what happened last year? They locked us in and threw away the key.
They did.
Great way to learn a lot of music. All right, you're supposed to talk about this song.
Well, now we're going to go all historical again, but it may or may not be a true story. Lots of truth can be told in fiction. This is a song that was first performed in 1939 on Broadway, sung by a debonair, dashing Broadway leading man who you may know from another role in the entertainment that he had. Buddy Ebsen. Buddy Ebsen did this song. It's a long way from Jed Clampett now, isn't it? It's called Comes Love.
Comes a rainstorm, put your wellies on your feet. Comes a snowstorm, you might get a little heat. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes a fire, firemen come and rescue you. Blow a tire, you can patch that in or two. Comes love, nothing can be done.
That's all, brother, if you've ever been in love. That's all, sister, you know what I'm speaking of.
Comes a headache, you can lose it in a day. Comes a toothache, see your dentist right away. Comes love, nothing can be done.
when your heart turns on the Jews.
Comes a nightmare, you can always stay away. Comes depression, you might get another break. Comes love, nothing can be done.
That's all, sister, if you've ever been in love. That's all, brother, you know what I'm speaking of.
Comes a nightmare, you can always stay away. Comes depression, well, there's Zoloft you can take. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes love, nothing can be
Done.
I love that song.
Nothing can be
Nothing
done.
can be done. All right, time for you to change
I'm gonna
instruments.
change instruments.
That's right. We promised you songs that you don't usually get to hear. And the reason for this one is because it's really off the beaten path from what we usually do. But the history of this is Tim wrote it for me. And it's taken off of a very old traditional tune, but he redid the words and he's going to play it on a dulcimer that was this built for you?
No,
No, never mind. Scratch that part of the story.
it wasn't built specifically for me, but it's a very cool dulcimer.
It's a very cool dulcimer. So bring it over in the camera and you can talk about your song. Thank you.
This started out, who knows how many hundreds of years ago, a song called The Blackest Crow. And it was a song that I really liked, but I didn't like the story of it. So, well, as Kathy said, I rewrote the words to make it fit us. And so I retitled it. It's called The End of Days, but it's also The Other Blackest Crow. As time draws near, my dearest dear, when our new life will start, how well you know the grace and awe that fills my loving heart, that fills my joyful heart, my dear. Believe me when I say you are the one I will adore. the stars would shine from heaven above. The stars will shine above, my dear. Believe me when I say I vow my life to you, my love, until the end of days.
Aw. Now, doesn't that make you want to learn an instrument so you can write your sweetheart a song? And just so you know, since this is a exclusive concert, we got married right here.
Where we're standing.
Yeah, I was standing there and he was standing here, but we got married right here. We did. So I just have to, because he just played that dulcimer, I have to send a shout out to Phil Carrier, Tamara Malcolm, and all the folks that are just really, really got their fingers crossed they can go back to the Wallowas for the big dulcimer camp this summer. So I've got my fingers crossed for you too. Keep playing. Don't give up. It's going to happen again, folks. We're going to get out of our living rooms and we're going to be able to get back out there and play together. And it's the Wallowas, you know, you can sit a long ways apart from each other. So I'm hoping your camp happens again this year. I really am. All right, well, while we're going out on a limb and playing stuff we don't usually play,
Yeah.
I'm not sure we've played this since our album Rise came out in the fall of 2019.
I think you're right.
I think we're right. So hang in there with us, folks. We're going to give this one a shot. It's a love song. You want to say anything about it?
You were the one.
About a weekend at the beach.
Yeah.
We love the Oregon Coast.
Red-tailed hawk out along the highway, cold strange white with early snow. When we wake up in the sunlight, I learn what I already know, that you're the one who makes me feel romantic. You're the one I knew right from the start. You're the only one can feel the frantic beating of my heart.
Phew!
Now there's sunlight on the water, just a memory, last night's storm, fighting off the morning sandman, holding you close in my arms, sleepy breakfast by the harbor, coffee with the TikTok man. You know that I can't really stand him. Still I'll do the best I can, 'cause you're the one who makes me feel romantic. Yes, let's.
Okay, I actually brought this one in. We did not write this one. This is, back in the 80s, the 1980s. This was a top 40 country hit done by Kathy Mattea and Tim O'Brien. And I was just a Kathy Mattea fanatic back in the 80s because I had hair, that curly hair just like her.
And I was a Tim O'Brien fanatic.
Well, it was meant to be.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, Tim Crosby, we should do this song. And you probably remember it too, so sing along. It's called Battle Hymn of Love. They come back. They come back. All right. Well, we're going to do one more song for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. If you liked this, tell your friends about being a fan of Phoenix. All are welcome. We'll be putting up more concerts. Tim will be giving you lessons, private lessons that don't show up anywhere else on who knows what instrument. He teaches them all. They can't see the whole living room, honey.
They can't see the whole room.
Our room is full of we got banjos and mandolins, and we've got a harp, we've got a ukulele, we've got a cello, we got all sorts of stuff. So you might get a lesson on anything when you tune in. We'll put up stuff that is not available anywhere else. That's the point, because we want to make you feel special. We want you to feel like you're getting your membership worth, and we are just really happy that you've joined us here. So thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, wherever you are. We love you, and we're going to end with another science fiction song.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. It's got references to 2 different science fiction movies in it, but it's mostly a rockabilly song. And we're going to send it out dedicated to our son-in-law, who is a fire chief. And it goes like this. They say sometimes people just burst into flame. A team of scientists still trying to explain how you're burning up my body, incinerate my mind, leaving nothing but a smoking pair of boots behind. Oh baby, burn down the house, burning down the house, the flames shooting higher, burning down the house. You know my heart's on fire, burning down the house. We could burn up the town, and there ain't no fire truck can cool us down. Burn down the house. I just look in your eyes in the heat of the night. That's all that it takes to these sparks to ignite. Wear your asbestos suit, take my advice. I'm a walking, talking incendiary device. So baby, burn down the house, burning down the house, the flames shooting higher, burning down the house. You know my heart's on fire, burning down the house. We could burn up the town, and there ain't no fire truck can cool us down. Burn down the house. You better call the fire chief, let him know that I'm coming. I think about you, babe, and smoke alarm, start humming. Hold me tight, the world's on fire. You're the only one who can quench my desire. Oh baby, burn down the house, burning down the house, flames shooting higher, burning down the house. You know my heart's on fire, burning down the house. We could burn up the town, and there ain't no fire truck can cool us down. Burn down the house, burning down the house, the flames shooting high, burning down the house. You know my heart's on fire, burning down the house. We could burn up the town, and there ain't no fire truck can cool us down. Burn down the house.
Thank you. We love you. Happy Valentine's weekend. Good night.